Okay, so good morning and welcome to number 7 in the series of guided visualizations and processes for health, well-being and general relaxation. And today, before we actually get into the process, what I'd like you to do is to get yourselves a prop. And the prop that I would like you to get today is a glass of water or something else that you can put some flavoring in it or some juice. But we're going to work with the glass and the water today. So if you'd like to just pop and get one of those and then have it ready at your fingertips, and we'll be ready to go. And let's just have a sip while we wait. Okay, great. So I can see people raising their glasses to me. So we'll start. And as always, we'll just start a little bit with the breath, working through the breath and then working into the heart. And then we're going to go into a slightly more structural process today. We worked a lot with the pictures and the visualization and going outside of ourselves when we first started. And so now we're going to work more inside of ourselves again, a bit like we did last week. So just settling yourselves in your chair, make yourselves comfortable, make sure that you're warm enough, and just have a little wriggle and be really, really comfortable. And then taking your hands one over the other and placing them on the lower belly below the tummy button, and just closing your eyes and drawing the breath down into the belly. So breathing down, 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 letting the tummy rise forwards as you deepen the breath. And then letting it flow or fall out of you. And again, drawing the breath down, down, down into the lower belly, widening it out as much as you can, holding, and then letting it fall away as it leaves the body, feeling a lightness, a lifting. And one more, drawing the breath in and down, down, down into the lower belly, widening the belly, and in your own time, letting that breath out again. Just let the belly soften, let the ribs fall slightly, dropping your shoulders, and settling inside yourself. And now we're going to take your attention to the heart, placing your hands on the chest and just becoming aware of your heart space, of the love that resides there and connects you with all that is. The love that connects you with yourself, with your partners, your family, your friends, and everyone around you. Feeling it growing in the chest, growing growing, the heart opening like a flower towards the sunlight. So as you feel that sense of calmness and stillness in your body, we have been already connecting with some of the nerves that look after us in our environment, that make us feel safe. And so we've already talked a little to the vagus nerve. It's called the wanderer, and it supplies the viscera, the abdominal contents. It supplies the heart. It influences our state of calmness. And so we're working to bring that nerve into balance, keeping us safe and keeping our body functioning in a nice, calm, easy manner. So we have just a little change of focus today, and we're going to think now about gut health. As the energy moves through our gut, it's very important for our well-being. And if we go right back to the origins of the gut, when we were developing as a ball of cells inside our mother's womb, safe and warm. So our gut moves, and it moves like a very slow train. You'll be aware when your gut is out of balance, because sometimes that train becomes too fast, and that makes us unwell. And sometimes our gut is too slow, and when it slows down too much, that gives other types of symptoms or problems. We're not getting rid of our waste as efficiently as we should do. So we're going to think of that train now in a slightly different way. We're going to think of the movement along the gut as a sort of whipping action. Nice and slow, but thinking about that movement along as the gut moves, and it moves our foodstuffs through, and it moves our waste products out. And it all starts when we put something in our mouths and we have a taste and a flavor, and then we swallow down, and that swallowing action starts that momentum that works down and follows along. So the very action of swallowing uses lots of different nerves, and they're called cranial nerves. So swallowing uses muscles of chewing, it uses the muscles of the gullet, and one of the nerves that's very much involved with that is the vagus nerve that also supplies the heart and the gut. So whenever we do our slow, deep breathing or our heart connection, we are talking to the vagus and calming that down. So although swallowing is a complex function, we can use it to communicate with the other cranial nerves because they all speak to each other. They're neighbors. And if one fires off too strongly, it has a knock-on effect to its neighbors. And so when we see something that looks like it might be a threat to us, then we start to listen more closely. We look more clearly. We're on alert. Our sense of smell, also part of that system. So what I'd like you to do is to just pick up your glass, give it a little smell, and then when you take a sip, you're going to just hold the water or the juice in your mouth, and then you're going to swallow, And then we're going to have a pause. So we'll do it together. So we use our sense of smell first. And I have a little bit of apple squash in my water. So it looks like water, but it doesn't taste like water. And then a sip, a swallow, and a pause. Now, in that pause, you may have been aware of a sense of calmness throughout your body. So we're going to do it again. And this time, I think I said it wrong. I said sip and swallow. We're going to sip, savor. So savor that sensation under your tongue, on your tongue, inside your mouth. And then we're going to ingest or swallow. And then with the pause, I want you to think about just letting everything go. So savor, and then ingest, and then pause. Okay, and I can feel a little shift in my energy there just with tuning in with that normal body function that we do every day without thinking about it. We swallow when we eat. We swallow when we have saliva in our mouths. We swallow as we're speaking to people, and we're very often completely unaware of it. So by taking our attention to what is a normal bodily function, we can start to change how we feel. And that's the important thing. How do you feel in your body? Does it feel calm and safe? So essentially, swallowing can help you to earth, calm, soothe, and turn down your nervous system so that it is in a more relaxed state. So I call that the SIP technique. S for savor, I for ingest, and P for pause. Think about it when you're eating or when you're drinking, that you really savor your food. If you love what you eat, then when that food descends down into your intestines and is absorbed, then you absorb that love for yourself and for what you're eating into your system. So it improves the energy quality of the food that you eat. You draw it down. You don't guzzle quickly, but you take your time. Have a little wriggle in your seat, sinking deeper into the cushions, letting your shoulders relax, letting your jaw soften, feeling your head open as if your skull could widen ever so slightly, widening into your neck, down to your shoulder blades, down into your chest, down into your hips, your legs, your feet, anchoring your feet to the floor. Imagine gathering up the floor with your toes and then pushing it out again and really connecting with the earth. Breathing down into your tummy, breathing down, 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 widening the tummy, and then letting it go as the air flows out ever so gently. Being present in the moment, knowing that your insides and your outsides are working very well together for optimum health. So thank you for joining me here on the beautiful beach at Nairn today. It's just beside Inverness where I live, and I hope that you've enjoyed the sessions. This is the last in the current series. All the best and take care. So cheers, and